This is a 2016 Ford Edge Sport. I'm going to be changing out the incandescent turn signal / parking lights for LED today. You need to remove both headlamp assemblies in order to do that. Show you the driver's side. There is a 10mm bolt here that needs to be removed. 10mm here, and a Phillips screw here. It's in one of those plastic retainers. It needs to be removed. So I'll do that now. Okay, I've removed the two 10mm bolts. I've unscrewed the Phillips screw just a little bit here, and it's one of these plastic things. You can just pop it out at that point. Then you're left with the plastic retainer. You use a flathead screwdriver, or I have a trim tool that I can wedge under there and just pull that right out like that. Now, in order to remove the headlight, the owner's manual says you have to pull forward and then lift up. I have found that that is not the case. You actually have to push back a little bit and pull up. The reason for pushing back is there's a lip underneath the headlight that actually sits underneath the front bumper cover. So pulling forward does nothing for you. Push back a little bit and pull up. Now, unfortunately, I don't have someone else to stand here and hold the camera for me, but you can see that I've disengaged it, and I'll show you where it latches in. You do have to disconnect the electrical connector, the back of the headlamp assembly. You just push on this tab right here and then pull it out. And this is the headlamp assembly removed. These are the parts that go under the lip of the front bumper cover that I was mentioning before. And then this thing here, it hangs down. That actually is what holds the headlamp assembly in while the screws are out. And I'm going to show you that. So that's what it looks like without the headlamp assembly in there. And if I go down in here, you see the horns right here. This is the driver's side. Here's a plastic clip-like assembly right here. And that's what that hooks into on the headlight. So when you put it in, you'll start back, go forward a little bit, get under the lip here, and then just push it down. And there it is with both headlamp assemblies removed. So this is the bottom of the driver's side headlamp assembly. And this is the turn signal parking light bulb that's going to be replaced. This is not to grab the wires. I don't know if you can read that. All you do is you twist the socket, and then that pops out, exposing your bulb. And you just pop that right out. And I'm awaiting my LED bulbs in the mail. So when they come, I will continue this video. Okay, so I only had to wait about 10 minutes and the LED replacement showed up. This is a side-by-side comparison. So I'm going to install these and then put them back in the vehicle. So this popped in nice and smooth, no issues at all. I'm going to slide that in there, give it a twist, and that is installed in the headlamp assembly. And now in order to reinstall the headlamp assembly, I'm going to just do the reverse of taking them out. Okay, now as you can see, I have the hyper flash syndrome in the vehicle after changing it to LEDs, both the right and the left side. This is because of a Ford feature called a lamp outage detection. There's actually a setting that can be manually changed via the vehicle programming to disable this feature, so you don't have to use resistors with it. And I don't have any resistors installed, and I did not buy the LEDs that have the CAN bus or the resistors built into them. So I'm going to go ahead and write it right now. I'm hooked up with a laptop and a VCM2, and I just rewrote it, and now you can see that it's flashing normally. I no longer have hyper flash because I turned the lamp detection off.